Hello everyone and welcome to my 29th review. Today I'll be reviewing Earthrod by David Axelrod. I didn't know what to expect going into this because I didn't know anything about this when listening to it last year. I was expecting a more instrumental album and seemed like it would be jazz going into this, but I got more than I expected with great vocals and more instruments. I guess I wouldn't think fit, but let's get into this. The warnings part 1 is the intro, and for an intro, this was great. Starting out with this heavily reverbed spoken word, more opening up to tell me that a lot of what they say or talk about seems to be focused on God, it seems. With it then going in with this incredible piano and this xylophone maybe in the background faintly. With then a great bass line and drums building up to something great with the flute, I think, coming in to add more greatness. This sounds like something Flying Lotus could have done. I know this was before Flying Lotus released music even probably, but it reminds me of his music. But this was a great intro and I'm kinda happy it's just an instrumental and this may be my favorite song. The Warnings Part 2 is another one of my favorites with good rhythmic drums and piano, then leading in out of nowhere with these great vocals changing the mood really. Adding in other things like guitar, bass, sax, and other things really add a lot. I immensely love the saxophone solo in the middle of the song. It is very good that it can be very calming and powerful sounding when it wants to and not ruin the mood of what I wanted. It can be very angelic and mighty with the strong vocals alongside the saxophone and drums, or it could be calming at some points with the vocals too alongside the piano and drums being more quiet. This is another one of my favorites, probably top 3. The Warnings Part 3 starts off calm with great piano, then coming in more funky alongside gospel, I guess, with great bass, drums, guitar, and a choir. It's not too different with some other songs, but the instrumental make this song so good. The piano on this song is so calm and adds so much character. It has such great build-ups on this song with the vocals and drums. This song is the longest at it being 5 minutes, and I do think it could maybe be just 4 minutes, maybe. But it still does sound great. This isn't one of my personal favorites, but this isn't bad. It's not the most different from other songs that are a little long, but the length that it's at is still fine. I do love the instrumental though, one of my favorites. The Warnings Part 4 is the outro to the Warning section, and I don't personally care for this song. It's not bad, but I do think it can be similar and unoriginal to other songs that doesn't do anything special besides maybe the vocals. It's definitely a great calming song, but I would definitely be fine without this song. And personally, if I want to listen to a calm song, I maybe want to have it more slow and more orchestral personally. The Signs Part 1 is the intro to the Signs section, and is another great one starting with this vibraphone, I think, sounding like something Roy Ayers would have done. Then alongside this guitar and drums and pretty similar vocals to the rest of the album, but the vocals were not bad at all. This is much more of a calm song I prefer personally with just lush but calm vocals alongside the soft drums. Then when it does build up it seems more angelic. Then the little solo sections on this song are great and does make it one of my favorites. The Signs Part 2 is another calm song that I prefer. Sounding really similar to other songs though with drums, guitar, piano, and vocals, but personally I don't like the drums at some points. Would have liked it much slower alongside the vocals. The flute coming in every now and then is nice alongside the guitar and vocals. This is a mid-song for me personally. I probably just need to listen to it more. The Signs Part 3 is definitely a top 3 for me, with it not sounding too different, but the mood this song gives off feels so great, just making it seem so powerful with it building up to the vocals and the intro from these drums, horns, incredible guitar, with it then speeding up going soon to the drums. I do wish it could be a bit different instrumentally and vocally at some points, but I still do love the song. With it in the middle having an incredible sax solo, but I do think it's immensely short and was pretty mad about that. I just think this is a good song. The Signs Part 4 is the outro to the Signs section and to the album, and personally I don't care for this song with it just too similar to other songs and not doing anything interesting, sounding like the Signs Part 1 or the Warnings Part 3. I know I just said for the last song I liked it, but it wasn't anything new. But this just gives off the same feeling as other songs personally. It didn't sound bad at all, but it's nothing new and was somewhat disappointing. And all I really have to say left is, this album has some strong production and great vocals, but everything does sound incredibly similar to one another and would have liked more variety. 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching.